To our breaking news story now, ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule has been suspended. This is in line with the NWC decision taken regarding those who refuse to step aside if they face serious charges. Govan Whittles tracking the story for us. He joins us now live. So, Govan, the ANC just releasing the suspension letter that they served on Ace Magashule.
Yeah, the letter actually coming through some of the other forums that journalists are on, so not an official communication from the ANC. It is a leak. We looked at the letter, Shahan. It's dated the 3rd of May, and it says to the Secretary General of the party, Ace Magashule, that he's temporarily suspended pending the outcome of his court proceedings. And the letter goes on to say that the National Working Committee of the ANC, which is the second highest structure after the NEC, decided at its meeting on Monday that letters should be written to people affected by the step-aside decision, that they should be informed of their suspension, and that this should be communicated to them with the conditions. And we've had a quick look at the conditions on the letter. It's written by Jesse Duarte, the Deputy Secretary General, who would now, we assume, become the acting SG. And the conditions of Ace Magashule's suspension are as follows. He is not allowed to carry out any of the functions of his office as the Secretary General during his suspension. He is not allowed to represent the ANC publicly. He is also not allowed to engage in any mobilization of the ANC's structures during this period. That would be, there's another condition which has slipped my mind right now, but those are basically the conditions. It's a bold move, and all the eyes are now on Ace Magashule. He has a couple of options here. Obviously, he can't be the Secretary General anymore, but what he can do and what we think he will do is take a leaf from Supra Mahumapelo's book and file an immediate intention to appeal his suspension. He has indicated to Supra Mahumapelo in a letter, which is being disputed by the Northwest IPC, that his membership remains intact, not going further as to what that would entail, but exactly what an appeals process would mean for Ace Magashule and his activities as Secretary General is the next question. But for right now, the ANC has done it. It has suspended the Secretary General, Ace Magashule, even when it seemed like they were going to look for a political solution this weekend. It's certainly a bold move ahead of this NEC, which is likely to be one of the most heated in a long while. Shahan.
Yeah, definitely is going to be the case. I'm looking at this letter, and obviously the one that says that he's not allowed to make any public pronouncements on matters relating to the organization is going to be something difficult for Ace Magashule, because he's often spoken out against the step-aside resolution, hasn't he? He's challenged it several times publicly already.
Not specifically the resolution itself, but certainly how broad it could be interpreted. Ace Magashule sought to muddy the waters here, whereas the NEC decision was quite clear that people who are charged should step aside or face suspension. Ace Magashule has tried to make it seem like the decision is that the resolution of 2017 should be implemented, and that resolution goes a step further, saying those are charged, allegations against them, and who are found to be of questionable, whose actions have been found to be in question, should be referred to the Integrity Committee. Ace Magashule trying to bring it all into one decision, but it seems like this hasn't worked. We're yet to hear from him. We have reached out to his people immediately, hoping to get some comment from him, but it would be difficult to see how Ace Magashule can now stage any sort of fight back at all, or even make any public pronouncements responding to his suspension, because doing so would be in contravention of the conditions of his suspension. He's been painted into a tough corner here, Shahan. It'll be interesting to see how he fights back, but I think there's no doubt that he will fight back.
Yeah, we're going to get more details and analysis on this story just after 4 o'clock. We'll leave it right there. Govan Whittles.